it's another side that like wants to take more, wants to go that one more round, because like going that one more round when you don't think you can, that's what makes all the difference in your life. You know what I mean?
Good day and welcome to another episode of One More Round, the Rocky Series podcast. I'm your host, Ryan. I have with me today Katie and Kyle. Katie, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm still standing.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're still standing. I thought you were going to say more. Sorry, I was waiting.
No, that's it. I'm
all right.
Yeah.
Kyle, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm full of holiday cheer. By holiday cheer, I mean I'm bloated from eating too much food.
Well, it is the season, and you got to give yourself a bit of a break, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll get back into it. January 1st is coming up shortly at the time it's recording, and it is before the new year. So I hope everyone's having a safe, happy holiday. And yeah, the good news is on the YouTube channel, we're caught up. We're all caught up. Yeah.
Nicely done, Ryan.
I think I need a break from podcasting. Like, I don't think I could podcast for like the rest of this year. Like,
next year.
I love doing that shit.
Yeah, I know. So yes, Kyle, we'll reinvestigate how you feel next year, and hopefully people can bear not having you until next year. Okay. Well,
Ryan, how are you? How was your holidays?
Yeah,
good. It's great. I got my first Christmas with grandkids. Our family's growing so much where I have to sort of host two separate Christmases. So we had Christmas Day with some of my family and Christmas Day with another part of my family, like whether it's the parents, brothers, that sort of thing. So my wife makes so much food that the leftovers was for 3 nights. It was perfect.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I know. She killed it this year. I will say she killed it this year. So yeah, very good Christmas. Okay, I'm ready to rock and roll. We got a lot of good stuff to cover here. We will start with Mike from the Screen Nerds podcast, as always, giving us the good stuff, and he has comments regarding episode 13. So here we go. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Move that.
Hi, Ryan, Katie, and Kyle. This is Michael Burgett of the Screen Nerds podcast. Great work as always. Really enjoy listening to y'all's conversation. Just wanted to share some of my thoughts on this latest episode 13. First, I wanted to share that I gave y'all a shout out on my podcast. I recently did a rewatch of the first Creed film and did a rescreen episode on it. During that episode, I pointed out in Adrian's restaurant how in Rocky Balboa, which you're covering right now, there are more tables in the middle of the restaurant, but when it comes to Creed, those middle tables were taken out. I think the restaurant actually looks better with the less tables in the middle as it does in Creed. So just wanted to let y'all know I showed y'all some love in that episode. Also, it's wild that one of Dixon's cut men in Rocky Balboa is the same guy who's the cut man for Adonis Creed in the first Creed movie. Yeah. Same guy played in both films, and he's an actual cut man in real life.
Is his name like Stitch or something?
Stitch, that's him. Yeah. That did not go unnoticed.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, we caught that. I think we even mentioned it in our Creed coverage on the first time we did this.
Stitch needs to get paid, man. They'll patch up whoever it is. Whether they're patching up Dixon or patching up Adonis Creed, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta earn a living something.
Speaking of which, remind me to tell you guys something or ask you guys something after this clip. I just don't want to forget. Go ahead, Katie.
I think we can explain it away that, in the locker room, in the hallway, in the wherever the fight was, Rocky met Stitch or knew of him at least, and they got to talking and, they kept in touch. That's how he brought him in for Creed.
Well, it also could be like all black guys look the same to us, so
Oh,
he
geez.
doesn't even realize that he's being a cut man for a different person. You know.
That's true. That's true. Us whiteys are pretty terrible about that sort of thing. I know.
Well, he is. He looks Hispanic to me. I assumed, or maybe
No, Stitch is
Stitch.
mistaking who
I
he's
know.
working for. Is that what you're saying, Kyle?
Yeah, but he's
Oh.
not. Or maybe he's Italian. He looks Mediterranean of some
I
sort.
always thought he was Hispanic. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Yes.
I know all I know is he's an actual cut man.
Yes, he is in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is in real
Just
life. Yeah.
meaning like he may not be like, super pale white like we are. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm looking really pale.
Also,
Just a little.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
also thank you, Michael, for the shout out on your show.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, I'll have to give that a listen. And the restaurant, great observation about the tables being different if you just watch them back to back. Yeah, good eye.
I wonder if that's like it, because I feel like there was like more conversation scenes in the restaurant in Creed.
Mhm.
Like you could kind of pace around a bit more and like move around freely, and it's less cluttered if you don't have those tables in the middle. And
Yeah.
also, I feel like in Creed, the restaurant scenes, it's always empty, if I remember right. Like Rocky Balboa, the
Yeah, I
restaurant's
don't remember.
actually.
Well, I remember in Creed 2 specifically because he and Drago
Right.
have that conversation, and it's, I guess, after closing time or something.
Yeah, and like Adonis and him too, when he's like, I could
Again.
tell by the way you speak, you've had some schooling and stuff. Like the restaurant's closed, like it's always empty in the Creed films, and I think it's just easier to. It's less cluttered. You can kind of you have more freedom of movement. Where I think like in the Rocky Balboa scenes, it would be odd if the restaurant's full of people to have like an open middle like that. Like you kind of want to see a restaurant that's fuller because it seems more authentic. So I think it's like different situations, Like
I think just for the Creed films, yeah, I think it's just easier to film.
Yeah,
It's at the end of the day, it's just okay. It's closing time. Open. Well, we haven't opened yet. It's just to do the filming. You don't have to worry about all the extras. You're not paying for extras. You're just it's just easier logistics, and you're focused on the characters. I don't care who's in the restaurant, but we get the restaurant flair and fare for the Rocky Balboa, so we get it for that anyways.
and that restaurant is like in actuality quite tiny. Like I couldn't you couldn't fit that many people in to begin with.
That's what.
So it's like yeah. So like moving some tables out of the way makes a lot of sense. Hey, Louise is back. I feel like he hasn't commented for a long time. Hey, man.
No, we miss you, Louise. Donald's never here anymore. He's quit on us. He quit us. I feel bad.
Maybe he got his feelings hurt from was making fun of his typing skills or lack thereof.
Maybe. Yeah, we miss you, Donald. Hope you come back. All right, let's do the voicemail here.
Cool thing too that I spotted in Creed as well. In the theatrical version of Rocky Balboa, they use a different angle when Rocky comes back into the restaurant, and they don't have the Paulie moving back in line. All Rocky says is, "Oh yeah, fine, everything's great." In this case, maybe they should have stuck with the theatrical cut. The give a portion to charity line always cracked me up because of the way that AJ Benza's character says it. And the fact that he doesn't say how much or what charity it is. Like it literally felt like a throwaway line in a sales pitch.
Yeah.
It's also interesting.
It reminds me of you guys ever watch Seinfeld, the TV show Seinfeld?
He makes up charity.
George Costanza had the oh, Donald's here. Okay, there he is. He goes, no, I'm still here. There it is. We love you, Donald.
I'm actually a little relieved. I was like worried.
I know.
You ain't never getting rid of us. Come on.
You're never getting rid of me.
Thanks, Louise. All right.
I didn't see Louise say that when I said it. Him and I were on that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. What was I saying? So anyways, on Seinfeld, George Costanza had the human fund. I just love that. the charity was for all humans. The human, which essentially that's what they're for. It's for the human fund. I love it.
But there's no actual charity. He just made that up, right?
Yeah, I can see him like it's some charity where it's like 90 cents on the dollar goes to administrative costs, and it's like somehow related to him.
It's good to give.
Yeah, it's good to give. Yeah.
I wonder how much Turning Point USA pockets. I'm just kidding.
All of it?
No. Come on now.
I don't even
Exchange
know
between
about-
the
Oh, sorry.
Never mind. Just
Okay.
keep going.
Yeah, we don't go a rabbit hole.
Dixon camp after Rocky left. I always took it as they thought that Dixon would kill Rocky in his prime. It seemingly was like they were dismissive of Rocky, like he was a joke. Like they really didn't take him seriously in that whole conversation. And so when Rocky got up and left, I always took it as, yeah, Dixon would kill him. Like it just because he's like a goof. They just thought he was a joke.
So he's on team.
Wow.
Okay. All right. I just want to say to Louise, just everyone give thoughts and prayers to Louise, to his mom, who's in hospice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Louise.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully our show brings you a little bit of joy and happiness, and God bless your mom. And yeah. Okay. And good for you for helping out. Yeah. He's a good guy. He's one of the good ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if Sly was wanting to convey it the other way, that Rocky in his prime would have killed Dixon, they could have written it a better way there.
Yes.
I think they like y'all said,
the
they could have
point.
done a better job of writing that in better.
That's the point. It's so ambiguous that that's the point. We're having this discussion because it's ambiguous. That at the end of the day, we mentioned last episode, not to rehash it too much, but just the idea that all Sly had to do was just put a name in somewhere. The he, him. There's no name.
Or you could do it this way, because like what he said was, imagine if Dixon met this bastard his prime, kill him,
Right.
which is ambiguous. Imagine if he did it this way. Imagine if Dixon met this guy in his prime, he'd be dead.
I feel like still ambiguous.
That's the
to
same.
somebody.
No, because like he being Dixon, because you take out the him. It's the he and the him in the same sentence that messes it up.
Mhm.
But like if you start referring to Dixon, the he refers to the
Right,
Dixon
right.
part. I think.
I thought it was the he refers to the last noun. So that's the modifier. Not to
Oh,
get
yeah,
all-
I don't know.
That's what I
Maybe.
learned. It's the last modifier. So if you say, for example, I don't remember the exact word, but if you say if Dixon met Rocky, he'd be dead. Let's say he'd be dead. The he'd be dead would be referred to Rocky. That's right, because the modifier is the last proper noun. That's how you know who it's referring to. So
I honestly don't know.
He'd be
I'll have to
kill
trust you in
him.
that.
When you have two modifiers, he can't kill himself. So we know now two people are being talked about, but we don't know which one's which because the modifiers are misplaced. It's bad writing.
I mean, also though, people in Rocky movies don't. It's not like the Victorian era where it's all very proper grammar and everything.
Well,
so
I want my English proper grammar. I don't want to talk bad things in a place like this. Anyways, I know it's the Rockyisms, but the funny thing is, these are just. I know it's just one of those weird things because it's such a big statement to say in the film, but we as the viewer actually just don't know.
Again, I really think Rocky because whatever was in his head, I don't think he thought that it was him. I think he thought it was very clear.
He did, like on the director's commentary, like because that's where Sly like sets it straight in the director's commentary. So like it's not really up for debate. Like, what is that? What you can say is that it's poorly written.
That's right.
So without the director's commentary, you could go either way on it. Like either opinion is valid. But yeah, Sly, if I recall listening to that director's commentary, did seem a little surprised. He's like, yeah, I guess a lot of people, they weren't sure about this.
Awesome. I gotta find that. I have that.
I mean, I have the same thought. Like I think that it is pretty clear, but as we've talked about with several things Rocky related, this comes up again and again and again where we're like, what did he mean by that?
I thought people would understand that I would kick everyone's ass.
It is. The thing is, I don't blame Sly for that writing it, because when you're writing, you do want to make an effort to be clear, but it's hard sometimes because it's hard to, like, it makes sense in your head.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But who I do blame is whoever looks at that script has to go out and say, hey, look, what do you mean? Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, someone should have called that out.
And
but if you know
Rocky,
it is clear. Like, of course, Rocky would kill him. Like, that's the whole point of this whole movie series. It's Rocky. Of course, he would kill Dixon.
Mike of the Screeners podcast thinks differently.
I know people do, and they're wrong.
Sorry, Mike. Okay, we'll continue.
But we love I mean, that's why it's fun. People
Yes,
having
of
different
course.
opinions.
Of
That's why
course.
it's fun discussion.
Made it a little bit more clear. Also, the "man, I'm confused" line that Rocky says after meeting with that group is in the theatrical cut. So it's not just in the director's cut, it's also in the theatrical cut. Now, if you notice the voice who asks the first question in the press conference, it's Dana Jacobson, who was in the earlier TV segment that Rocky and Paulie were watching, the replay of the cartoon fight. She also asks a second question after Dixon does the next question to the other reporter. She's the one that brought up the whole thing about how this fight is between presumably a has-been versus someone of Dixon's level, and what's the upside in that. That's Dana Jacobson. She's a sportscaster. Mentioned it previously. She was one of the co-hosts of Cold Pizza. More recently, she was one of the hosts on CBS's Saturday morning show. Very accomplished sports anchor and reporter. But yeah, that's her. And so it's interesting that they kind of brought her back later in the film after she had been in that segment earlier in the film. Great work as always. Really enjoy listening to y'all and can't wait to hear what you got to say in the next episode.
Thanks. I love the Mike from the Screeners podcast segment because he does a lot of the heavy lifting.
He does. I know. Thank you for being smart.
Yeah, I know.
Michael. I like you, the Dana Dixon pointing that out. I didn't realize that she was a real sportscaster and very accomplished. But again, that's parallel to in the original. Wasn't the TV anchor? Wasn't she a real TV anchor? And wasn't her name Donna something? Donna?
Are you talking about the lady in like the in the meat house? Like when she's like in the meat house? Yeah. Is she definitely has that voice, like both people, like in the original film and in this film, like they have that voice that's like
she is.
Yeah.
The lovely woman from the meat factory, she was a real news person in Philly. She was a news person, not an actress. She was a real news anchor or news personality in Philly at the time. Yeah.
I love the way she speaks or she spoke in that film. It's like a real this or something. I don't know. There was something like endearing about it.
Very,
all right, folks,
like
we'll have to do another
broadcasting.
Rocky visit. Let's go. What are we going to call the next season? We're going to next series. We'll call it.
I think it's called Beating a Dead Horse. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Nobody can tell you can't do what you want to do.
That's right. I think I've earned my right, Kyle, to do another round of this.
You're like, I think I'm thinking about podcasting again. I'm like, sure.
Are you insane? Are you stupid? Don't you know what they're going to say about you, Ryan? Yeah, it's true. Okay, so Katie, you've got a couple of YouTube comments, I think.
We do. We have one from Marcus Zanti. Are you Italian? Zanti? I don't know. Marcus?
Maybe.
Let us know.
Maybe.
He says, the alley scene in both cuts has always bothered me when Paulie says, you've got guts getting back in the ring, because it isn't established that Rocky is fighting Dixon yet. When Rocky returns to the restaurant, he then discusses the proposed fight with Dixon's managers who are waiting at the table. It feels like this alley scene should have been placed after Rocky accepts the challenge. I suppose you could argue that Paulie is referring to Rocky returning to boxing in general. Yes. But I don't think what Paulie said seems relevant to low-key boxing bouts. I prefer the scene with Paulie breaking down, though. So I think with we all, if I recall, concurred on we liked the director's cut version of Paulie in that scene as well. But I do think, thank you, Marcus. That's interesting. Again, with the ambiguity here, but I do think that he's just talking about this is getting back into boxing, even if it's just fair. Local things. I think that's what he just means. Like it takes guts at almost 60 to do this again.
To fight 20-somethings? Yeah. Who are in shape? Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would take guts. I agree it would take more guts to fight Mason Dixon.
Yeah.
So it would make more sense. Like he's right. Like it would make more sense if that thing was established first. But
I think that's what it is, because we all know, if you think again, the average moviegoer, we see the trailer in the movies, and then we see this scene. So the idea in our heads are like, we're not going to see those low-key fights. We're only going to see the fight at the end. So our brains kind of go to that's the guts that it takes. So it's kind of a weird. It would have worked better after the meeting with AJ Benz's character, because then it's like, yeah, it takes butts and guts. It takes guts going back in the ring, like a championship
with a champion.
It's
yeah.
because this is the Rocky character. This is no longer a bum from the neighborhood character. But that's all. I kind of get it. It's like, sure, you're sparring with 20-year-olds, but now it takes guts in the ring to fight this champ. Yeah, but yeah.
Especially like also like not just guts in terms of like, oh, I'm gonna get beat up, but guts in terms of I'm gonna get beat up on television in front of millions of people.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
the
really-
embarrassment factor.
Balbosaurus Rex, right? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
It's all about the beast in the basement and rock, getting outside your comfort zone. It's more like, I don't know, hypothetical almost.
Right.
Like doesn't matter who. It's like this, you could fight bums, you could fight somebody really good, but you're doing it. It doesn't really matter.
Sure. Yeah. All right. We got more, I think. Yeah.
We do. We have one from Escape 5150. I always thought Geraldine Hughes resembled Jenna Fisher, who plays Pam in The Office,
Sure. Yeah.
but specifically how she looks in The Office. Yeah, like not glammed up, like when
Right.
she's kind of dowdy, especially in the earlier seasons. Agreed.
Okay, there's a picture of Jenna Fisher way before she was famous, where she got she didn't get on the show, but she was on The Price is Right, like just as an audience member.
Oh.
And it shows her with like her tag on, and she's like, she looks like really like a normal type of person there. Like I'd say that picture of her looks a little bit more like Geraldine Hughes. Oh, it looks like Ryan's looking it up now, but
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I see it. Okay. Yeah. Keep going. I'm gonna add it, but is that
Okay.
He goes on to say, I heard a joke from a coworker that you might appreciate, but it's funnier when you say it instead of type it out. When you say it instead of type it out. Well, I'm saying it now, Escape 5150, on your behalf. Why did the Italian stallion get divorced twice? His first marriage was Rocky, and his second marriage was Rocky 2.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
cute.
dad joke.
That's really cute. Then we also have one from Eccentric Views. Regarding why the Polly scene was cut, I'm going to have to go with Ryan.
Wow.
Perhaps his crying was a little high-pitched and off-putting. Yes, I do disagree with Kyle at times. I don't remember you guys disagreeing about that, but
I think he's probably saying in general that I think we've made a comment that Gino, our favorite Italian Australian, he often is Team Kyle, and
Gino, you've come to this podcast and you betray my trust by agreeing with Ryan. I can't believe you've done this.
it's true. But I don't recall Kyle and Ryan having differing opinions because
I think we just had
memory
different
of-
takes.
Oh, got
Like
it.
we didn't,
Okay.
we weren't like arguing over it, but like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, Eccentric Views.
there it is.
Oh my God, look how young she is too.
Yeah.
She totally looks like. Is her name Regina?
I
is
guess.
oh yeah, that's true. Why that is Jenna Fisher, because this was from Reddit.
Th-
Oh,
Jenna-
it's Regina Jenna Fisher. That's maybe her born. Maybe she was born.
Her
Jenna
actual
Fisher.
name must be
Yeah.
Regina, and Jenna is a stage name, perhaps.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, that's right. She was born Regina. Oh yeah, she was born Regina Marie Kirk.
She completely changed it to something different. Interesting.
Fun fact: in Canada, there is a major-ish city with the same name, but it is pronounced Regina.
Mhm, mhm.
There is a city called Regina. Why they didn't pronounce it Regina?
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
I don't fucking know.
It's like, where do you live? I live in a great city called Regina. What? Regina?
Okay, so on that topic, real quick, they, I think it was in the 90s, someone got something past marketing where they had a marketing slogan for the city of Regina. And it's like Regina rhymes with fun.
Ah,
That is really clever, I shall
Yep.
say.
It is. It's like, yeah, certain
have
people.
you ever been?
find-
Have you ever been to Regina?
I've been to Regina many times.
Okay. Do you find that it's a smooth area there, or is it rough, or is it? Hairy?
It actually is slightly rough.
Is it hairy at times, or is it smooth?
No, well, it's very humid there actually.
Oh, so there's a bit of a smell.
Oh my God. I would imagine it's Regina because that's whoever last name of someone that the town was named after.
Well,
probably,
usually
right?
because it's like like in the British royal family, like Regina is like a like for instance, Queen Elizabeth was Elizabeth Regina, and so I'm a
Oh.
lot of places like in like Alberta, where I'm from, is named after like Queen Victoria's, I think, daughter, Alberta.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so
Okay.
there's a lot of that in Canada. So I always assumed it was that. And I think just like it's like Regina is like a farm, like, I don't know. It's kind of like I think Saskatchewan would be like Nebraska type of place. Like it's like flat farming everywhere. So I think maybe just like the locals, they're like, they don't know how to say it right. They're like, it's Regina.
Well, I think Regina's cousin city is Dildo in the UK. I think
No, Dildo is in Newfoundland also.
Oh, is it Newfoundland? That's right.
There's a town called it's not Daldo or whatever.
No, it is Dildo, Newfoundland.
Oh, that's
I've been close to
unfortunate.
Dildo before. I've never actually been inside.
It gets really uncomfortable in Dildo.
Yeah.
All right, enough of this wordplay. Okay, here we go. Ready for the trivia, guys? You ready? Got your pen and papers? Okay.
No.
Yeah, Katie, you're killing it on this last season here.
I have like the memory of a goldfish, and
that's okay.
You know what they say? Yeah, I think it's because your long-term memory, you keep hold of it, but your short-term memory goes.
Yeah, that's like most old people. Like they remember stuff from back in the day. But,
yeah, so I'm old and I remember the 80s, like the 70s and 80s versions when I was a kid, but I don't recall the ones that came out as an adult. I think that's
Fair
what
enough.
it is.
All right, where is the fight taking place?
Some are very cold.
Yep. Next one. Who says, nice and warm, this cold's got to be killing you? No, okay. What is Duke's last name?
What?
What is Duke's last name?
Okay.
Okay. Who says?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh, was it on his name card?
I bet it was. I don't remember it though.
We just watched that press conference scene last week.
Because I'm like, we don't learn it anywhere else. Dang it.
Who says, don't make me fight you again? Last time you got lucky.
That's Isabel.
Steps.
Yeah.
What is Dix's record before fighting Rocky? And now for this one, it's whoever's closest will do. You will do the same old if you don't get the exact number.
Oh, I remember it. So you guys.
I think Kyle's got it. Yeah.
How is your memory so good? Like with the exact numbers and stuff.
Well, I don't remember Tony's last name, so.
Okay, let's just get the answers right now. Here we go. Then we'll go into the film. Where are they fighting? Katie.
Vegas.
Yep.
It's actually Las Vegas. So I'm gonna...
Yeah, that's right.
Fair point.
Now I couldn't remember the character's name. I put the actor, but if somebody got the character's name, then they get the point.
Nah, I think you should get it. It's funny.
Okay,
it's funny.
so Kyle.
It's like Elsie Luco or AJ Benzo who played him.
Which one did you put?
I put the Luco.
Katie?
I just put one of Dixon's people.
Oh, that's even worse. Okay, so I put AJ Benzo's character, but I'm gonna have to give it to you, Kyle, because you said the character's name, which is Elsie Luco, and that is the answer in the book.
Yeah.
So I went with the actor's name, which is AJ Benzo, but I just couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Oh my gosh, I don't think any of us got this one. What is? Go ahead.
I just guessed. I put. This is wrong. I'm just gonna say it's wrong. Bergen came to my mind, but Mike, there's no way that's his last name.
Katie?
I put Duke because I'm like Tony Duke.
Duke.
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was Tony Duke. I was like,
Yeah.
what? What do you mean that is his last name?
Mhm.
Well, I didn't get it. I just put Burton again because I didn't know.
Yeah, maybe Bergen. That's why I thought Bergen because it was close to Burton. Shit.
Mhm. Tony Burton, the actor. What did it? Is it on the name card?
Evers. Wow, I was majorly
It is
wrong.
Evers, and you know what? You guys, I think that's in the credits
Oh, probably.
in prior films.
Oh, in prior films, eh?
Yeah, like not just in it, because I wouldn't.
Wait, they got a continuity thing correct?
Wow.
Yeah.
We must take a moment of silence for this
Wait a
accomplishment.
minute, is it spelled correctly? Because they got Polly's name wrong.
Well, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny how they messed up Gambino's name, Mikey and Jimmy. Speaking of which, he got back to me, said, "Hey, what's up with the podcast?" Like he got back to me on the Reddit chat. Like there's a chat option. So I said, "Oh yeah, here's the dates. I'm free. Pick a date." And then he never got back to me. So this guy is weird, man. Like he actually says, so "Are we gonna do the?" Yeah, I think the wording was, "Are we gonna do the podcast or what?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, sure. I would love to interview you." And I gave him dates. Yeah, right here he goes, "Any new update on podcasts?" That was December 9th, and I wrote back right away. "Yes, sir. I'm available to record any day from December 13th to January 4th. Pick a day that works for you." No response.
He's one of those people that like he doesn't understand how like social cues work or anything, and so he's like,
"I'm giving you." I literally give you because I have 3 weeks off. I don't know if I told you that, Katie. I have 3 weeks off, so I gave him my 3 weeks off that I'm available to record. Nothing. So
and then he'll come back. Like he
Yeah.
left you hanging, but now he's gonna be
Yeah.
like, "What's up?"
Yeah, why didn't you pick a day? Oh God.
Just because I'm short? Is that why?
No, you're deaf.
I think there's a couple of screws scrambled there.
All right, who said the I beat you last time, whatever that was? Of course,
Spider Rico.
And last one. Oh yes! Sorry, I got excited because I got it right. Sorry. So we'll go with you, Kyle, because I think you got it right as well. What is his record?
I'm 33-0 with 30 knockouts. I'm doing this for you people.
There you go. Katie?
Oh fuck, I put 33-1.
No. He's undefeated.
I
got
remember
33-0.
I didn't remember.
Yeah.
I almost put but then I was like, I'm pretty sure he's gotten beaten. Dang it.
No. So Katie, what did you get? I got 3 out of 5.
I got 2.
Oh boy. Isn't it fun to lose? Once you accept that you're losing, it gets kind of fun. I've experienced that.
I'm like, God, I've only seen this movie a couple of times and I don't remember much from it, apparently.
I think, Kyle, you got 4 out of 5. I think the only thing you didn't get was last name.
4, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't get Tony's right.
Okay. All right, here we go, folks. This is a big episode because I believe this, we're going right into it. This is Rainbow Sunshine.
Very little known scene. Everyone forgets.
Very little known scene, yeah.
So you nervous about the fight?
They're scared to death.
You don't look scared?
Well, you ain't supposed to.
Then you don't have to do it.
Yeah, well, I think I do.
You know, living with you, it hasn't been easy. People see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is gonna be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going on, kid.
Oh, what, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself, and this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor not to go through with this, okay? This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
You think I'm...
Okay. Now, this is really kind of weird. At this time, as we know, Sage Stallone was still alive. Sage Stallone was in the 5th Rocky film, the film previous to this one. And it's, I don't know what the relationship was with Sly and Sage, but you got to figure Sage was a director at this time in the movie, and like in the movie world, he did some film directing. I think there were horror films, what have you. And I imagine there's been conversations that Sage had with Sly just like this, that I'm only in the business because of you. Your career's kind of going downhill a little bit. Now you're doing this movie. It's just gonna look bad for me. I'm starting to get like your name's gonna be silly again. I'm trying to. It's like, I don't know. Am I reading too much in it, or did Sly write this with his son, his actual son in mind?
I think that's very plausible given how like autobiographical all these movies are.
Yep.
At first, when he started talking about the only reason they deal with me is because you, that's how I got my job. But he's like complaining about it. Like this seems like Frank Stallone. The only reason, it's both.
Yeah, good. Sorry, I wasn't wondering. That's a good call too. Yeah.
I think I see why he says that though, because I think when you evaluate your own success, you like the idea that you've earned something, and like because he was saying there's like I'm starting to get ahead a little bit of something for myself, and then this happens. So it's like, because in reality, this fight career-wise will be good for him because there'll be renewed interest in his last name. Though, and he'll probably get more clients, more business, whatever. But then he's going to think all of this is only because of my dad. Like, he doesn't have his sense of self-worth. Like, I accomplished this. I am successful because I'm good. It's all like, oh, I'm just like people. I'm just like a shadow or an echo of my father. And I think that's like, for his own self-esteem and his own self-worth, is bad for him.
I mean, it's he's a nepo baby. I mean, it is what it is, like, and there are several cases. You got an opportunity because of who you are, and take it, do with it what you will. If you somehow become so accomplished at whatever it is you're doing, some people do surpass whoever their famous parent is, like Mariska Hargitay or Juliette Lewis. Like, the only reason they got a shot in Hollywood is because of who their parents are, but we now know them for themselves.
Of course.
On the other side of the coin, there are plenty of actors, like Hollywood people's kids, who they're fine, but they have jobs because of who their parents are. So I guess Robert here is no different. And he needs to change his attitude, and Rocky's about to tell him that.
Yeah, and I don't think he's a typical nepo baby either, because Rocky lost all his money. Say Rocky 5 didn't happen. Like, Rocky's still in this mansion and stuff like that. Like, you wonder how Robert would have turned out. Like, he probably wouldn't have a job, or he'd be just like putzing around, like living off dad's money or whatever. And he could have his own problems that are just different. But it's like, as much as his dad's name may have helped him, he still had to, like, we learned in Creed that his son, or actually we learned in this movie, his son had to work his way through university. His son had to work in a job. Like, he's working. Like, he is, in many respects, a normal person, and way less nepo baby than a lot of people, because his dad has to run a restaurant. It's not like he comes from all this old money and has all these connections. Like, yeah, your dad's name has given you a one-up, but like, you still have to be able to do your job.
Agreed.
Now, what do you guys think about? I have thoughts about potential reasons why, but what do you guys think about why Sage was not cast again, and they went with Milo Ventimiglia?
Well, I think Milo's a better actor, and Sage isn't very handsome.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Honestly, it's like, it's rude to, not rude, but it's like,
well,
hard.
I mean, objectively aesthetics. If I was a gay man or a woman and I looked at Milo and I looked at Sage, I would date Milo.
And I'd say young Sage was like, the Sage in Rocky 5 was not a bad looking guy.
Right.
He had a nice butt for an Italian kid.
He was
not bad for an Italian.
Was a cute kid. He was a cute
but yeah,
kid.
He didn't age that well.
He did. It's weird. He didn't. Just like that's why Epstein Island was so popular. they age you out of their beauty. No,
but so don't you think that has to hurt? Like, there clearly was Sage is probably thinking, oh, my dad doesn't think I'm. Like, he has to know that his dad doesn't. He's overweight.
Well, we don't know what the discussions were. Who knows? Or this scene would have been too personal. That's the other option I had. The other idea that I had. Thank you, Louise. Thank you for laughing at my joke. My co-host didn't laugh at my joke, but thank you, Louise. I appreciate that. Anyways, I think as Sage, it might have been too close to home, because imagine if it was really him, like that weird life and art. This is a really rough scene, like in the sense of, within the character of the Rocky world, that you have the dad giving the hard speech to the nepo baby, saying, "I'm sorry that I'm Rocky. I'm sorry that I'm Sylvester Stallone. I'm sorry that I had you as a kid. Boy, woe was you." So can you imagine Sage actually acting? It was almost hard enough for him to do that in the 5th Rocky film. There's a lot of father-son issues. This one's much more, as an adult, this one cuts really to the core.
Plus, if this is true, if Sage, in the sense, sorry,
I think it is true.
No.
That it did happen. This kind of. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I just say if, because I don't know for sure.
Right.
But presuming that it's true, then why would Sage be in that movie? Like, if Sage really thinks, hey, I'm always just associated with you, then like, and I can't derive my success from outside of you, why would I act in one of your films?
Are you talking about this film here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. It's too
like
that's maybe it's too close to home. It's almost too close to reality that it's almost
Okay.
too on the nose to have him there. It's almost like, whoa, Sage is actually doing this with his dad. That's almost too close to
yeah,
home.
what I'm saying, he wouldn't want to do it because like he
No.
wouldn't want, even if this conversation didn't happen.
Right.
I don't think Sage would want to be in this film if he really thinks that like
Mhm.
people only think of Rocky when they think of him, or they only think of like the Rocky franchise or only think of Sly when they think of him. Like he wants to distance himself from that if this is true.
Right.
That's a fair point. And I'm not necessarily disagreeing. Just the devil's advocate point of view
Oh, yeah.
would be
Yeah.
he's not successful, Sage, at this time. So would you, the devil's advocate point of view would be if you're not a successful actor, director, wouldn't you want to be in a big film to showcase your skills?
You would think that, but I think sometimes when you're emotional, you don't think straight. You know, none of these bums think straight.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily disagreeing. Just
yeah.
So I think my final take is this, honestly, is that it's too close to home of the reality. Sage isn't a great actor. This is supposed to be a good movie. Like we're back. This isn't Rocky 5 again. Like I'm just being serious.
Yeah, I know.
We're not gonna do Rocky 5
again. It's
again.
just funny how you said
Milo was an unknown at this time, and he was actually cast because he had the same mouth as Sly, and they have a very like similar look. He's a good-looking kid, so now you got a good-looking unknown who still has a Sly
man, he was in fucking Gilmore Girls, man.
I'm sorry, you're right. Well, he was unknown. He was unknown to the average male like me who saw this film here. You're right. I didn't watch Gilmore Girls at the time. And then lastly, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, the point is, you almost want to separate in a weird way the Rocky 5 disaster, and you can't. To do that, you just have to have a clean slate. So the character still exists. Yes, Rocky's son, there he is. But it hits all the marks. He's good looking. He can act.
Looks like Sly.
He looks like Sly. There's no like nepo talk. Like even within the film, like outside, there's Sage. And then even if he did act the scene out, it would have been. And I hate to say, I think it's just the way it looks. I think Sage would look. Imagine just picturing Sage in this film. It would have looked funny.
No.
It would look, yeah.
You got to be easy in the eyes. Most people in films are good looking. There's exceptions. Burt Young's in this film, but like in general, you want characters to be easy on the eyes.
Well, Sly's like I almost wonder if he in his head is sort of like, oh, I wish my kid looked more like Milo or Milo.
Yeah,
his daughters are pretty, so he's happy about that. So there's Sage at the premiere of Rocky Balboa. So he came to the premiere.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting.
But imagine if that was the face of the. I mean, it's not like he's ugly. I wish like this guy's a disgusting. But
no,
it's just a weird look. Imagine if that was the face you saw in the film.
You can clean him up a bit though. Like that hair, I think, is kind of fucked. Like you give him like a nice clean haircut. I don't think the facial hair works for him unless he maybe grew it out. But it's like the half-ass facial hair there. Yeah. But yeah, he's not going to be as good looking as Milo. For sure.
I am 100% happy with the casting of the movie. I was just curious what you guys thought about what your thoughts were on it.
Has that guy ever seen The Sun? Like he's like, you think he'd be like in California, right? Mm-hmm. Like when I look darker than you, that's a problem. I think.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So again, I've always watched this, and this maybe I'm alone in this, but I've always watched this scene that this is legit. Either conversation he's had with Sage, or this is Sly talking to his son, and or all children who are the children of successful parents in general. This is so now we're gonna play the whole scene out, and then yes, Louise will answer your questions after we play the whole scene out. The famous scene. Here we go.
The way you are.
It's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm gonna be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
You ain't gonna believe this, but you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
You go see your mother, and he shoulder checks him. We'll watch that in a bit. Okay, so all right. So the question from Louise for us as the host is: where do you all rank the scene in the entire Rocky universe, like the film universe, and where do you think the average moviegoer ranks this scene amongst all Rocky scenes? So I guess the question is the Rocky files like us versus people who've seen this movie or series once or twice, maybe. Where do you think it ranks for them? So we'll start with you, Katie.
I think this is meant to be the big speech, the big scene, the come to Jesus talk that he usually has with Adrian for this movie. And there's some with Polly in this too, but and I don't know if I'm just a little bit too cynical, but it is great. It's a good message. It's a really great speech. Probably one of the best of this movie. But it's not even close to in my top 5 or 10 of the series. Like it doesn't, and it's almost one of those things where I'm kind of annoyed. Not annoyed, that's not the right word. Like I kind of eye roll a little bit because it seems like it's meant to be the big thing. I don't know, it's like overdone almost. Like out in pop culture, it's like said too many times, or I don't know. It just, I know a lot of the other Rocky, like Yo Adrian, I'm not sick of that, like for some reason. So it's not my fave. And then the average moviegoer probably loves it.
Okay, fair.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Kyle, share yours.
My thoughts about this scene have changed over time. I actually didn't like it when it first came out, like 2006. I was 22, and I didn't hate it, but I was just like, something about the sunshine and rainbows thing bothered me. I don't know why. I think it's like that song. It's like sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. I don't know. It's just something about him saying sunshine and rainbows took me out. And also, and I still think this, I don't like Milo's acting in the scene. I think it comes across as kind of fake. It's like, do you like the way he's saying that? Like, I don't. It doesn't feel like a genuine conversation. It bothered me a little bit. So I think that's why. However, now that I'm a 41-year-old has-been, looking at this, and now that I have kids, and I actually think what he's saying here is tremendously important. I think it's like very excellent life advice. Like basically having the resilience, like basically being willing to fail. That it's less about your natural abilities in life and more about your resiliency that makes the difference in your life. And I think that is like very insightful. And of course he does it in a Rocky way where it's like a fight analogy, because you view the world in terms of, and not just because he's a boxer, but there are people who view the world like, I remember when I did like intro sociology, there's kind of 3 main viewpoints different groups of people had. And one of those was the conflict theorists, where basically everything was viewed in terms of conflict and fighting. And like Rocky and Sly, like Sly views things in terms of suffering in life and overcoming suffering. Like that's like what a lot of these Rocky films are about, especially the first one. So it's like him saying that makes perfect sense. And I think it's excellent advice. I think to me, this scene has actually aged a lot better, despite like some of my reservations about acting. In terms of the average moviegoer, I don't know, because I think I have seen this where people have used this as like an inspirational quote. But the problem I have is I think a lot of people discount Rocky because he sounds dumb. Like his voice, like he sounds like this, you do what you want to do. And they're gotta be like, this guy's an idiot. I'm not, you know what I mean? So if you're like someone who's not into Rocky at all, I don't think this is going to hit with you. I think if you kind of accept Rocky a little bit, then I think the average moviegoer would be just fine with this scene. But it's not like one of those. I agree with Katie. Like they tried a little too hard to make this the main scene.
Okay.
Thoughts, Ryan?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're hitting every kind of, not everything. Yeah, in a way, you're kind of hitting everything. I'm with a little bit more with Katie to some degree. I think when I first saw this was that moment of the film where like, oh yeah, here we go. This is the beach moment or win Rocky moment, because we know it's after this kind of speech that, yes, spoiler alert if you haven't seen this film, that his son turns around, quits his job, goes in Rocky's corner. So this was the moment where his son in the film has a come to Jesus moment where he realizes, yeah, I gotta stop blaming everyone. I'm going to be my own man type thing. Even though he goes to Vancouver, runs away from Rocky in the further Creed films. Anyways, the point is, I like it. The message is good in the sense of like it is a good message. Of course, you shouldn't blame everyone else for your failures, and that's a good message. We sometimes do that because we're human. Of course, we just feel like you never want to admit that you just suck. But I've long ago admitted that I suck in life, so I'm good to go. So, anyways, the point is, it's still a good scene. It's a little drawn out, and when you watch, I made sure not to stop it. I'm like, oh, this is a little bit more drawn out than we sometimes remember, because people just often start with the sunshine and rainbows. And I also agree with Kyle that Mile is a good actor, but the direction that Mile was given for the scene, I should say, wasn't very good. That kind of anger, I maybe would have toned it down a bit. I would have maybe said he could still say like, hey, just so you know, Dad, if you fail and or you just go into the ring, it's just now our family name, it's kind of embarrassing now that this is your old guy going to the ring, you're gonna get your head knocked in. And I'm starting to get somewhere with my life right now where I did get in under the name of the guy that beat Drago in the ring, and now you're gonna get beat up by Mason Line Dixon, and it's like, it's kind of embarrassing again. We just got out of this muck, and now we're doing this again. And I'm at the same age you were when you won the belt. So it's kind of like, I kind of get the son's frustration, but I wish it was delivered in more of a sad way.
Yeah, because like Rocky doesn't not angry, right?
That's all. So the delivery, it might have been more pointed, and then Sly's delivery back. And here's the other thing. Sly's directing and the Rocky character, the kind of angry part at the end, like, like I kind of wish again it was more of like, that's how winning is done, son. You're better than that. Like I wish it was delivered like that. Like you're better than that, son.
Shouty a little, both of them.
Yeah, it's a little too shouty in the street. It's kind of like, it looks like two men arguing in the street if you're just driving by. So that's just me, maybe because I'm a bit of a softie. So I think over time, it's funny. Over time, I found the yelling more critical and the angry more critical. Though the message, of course, is legit. There you go.
100%.
It's funny because Talia Shire, Talia Shire, she does the anger yelling really well. Like in Rocky 3, she did a great job. Rocky 5, she's like, my God, look at your son.
Yeah, that's great.
You know what I mean? Like she does. Like she
like
wouldn't have said this in the same way, but if this conversation was between him and his mom, I think she could have killed this scene. She'd have to say it differently. She can't be like, you have to take the hits. She couldn't say it that way. But if she said that in her own way, that would have ruled. Because I think she's the one that has these moments. Like she's the one who yells at you and puts you in your place. In kind of brings you to reality a bit, and Sly's trying to take over that role, and he can't do it as well, unfortunately.
Well, so it's a couple things. Ryan, you didn't answer the second question. Where do you think?
Katie, we know what I love about Katie, Kyle, and dear listeners, is she's so thorough. I love it. She's like, it must be is that part of your job? You don't miss a beat. I know that I didn't answer that, and I in my mind I just let it go. But you're like, no, we're going back to this. Where do I average? Where do you? So what's the question I missed? Did I miss both of them?
Where do you think the
average
average moviegoer ranks this?
That's a tricky question because I have to put my mind into. I would say they all probably get a kick out of the scene. I think if you're a Rocky file like us, when we first saw it, it was really awesome. So I think over time, the average moviegoer doesn't change their mind how they felt. There you go. But I think we do. I think we do, and I think we have. I also wanted to say too, when Rocky says, Sly, the writer says, I forget the exact word, but you change over time, you change. That is at his son. His son did drugs. And I think his son was doing drugs at this time. It wasn't quite public. Well, maybe it was. I don't know. But his son became a drug guy. Now, officially, his cause of death, I did Google it. It actually, according to the autopsy that was released publicly, there was no drugs in his system, but his heart gave out. So at the time of his death, seriously again, Kyle?
Is there a drug that rapidly increases your heart rate and is difficult in your heart?
It's not like Sly didn't do that drug either. You know what I mean?
Well,
yeah.
And that's what's kind of and I love Sly, I know, and he's like, oh, my son didn't die of a drug overdose. Okay. It wasn't a drug overdose at the time of his death, but his heart gave out in a sober moment. So take that for what it is at the age of 36. So take that for what it is.
Not a lot of 36-year-olds' hearts go out on them if they're living even if you're not doing drugs and say you're just obese and you don't get exercise.
Yeah, he's not obese.
He was overweight, wasn't he?
Okay.
Not that much. Not like crazy.
Not dying
Chris
at 36
Farley.
overweight.
Not Chris Farley weight.
Like there's a lot of 400-pound 36-year-olds that will probably die of a heart attack in their 40s or 50s. But dying of a heart attack, I don't know. I'm not a medical guy, so I mean,
you're not.
Yeah.
Well, at the time of his death, he was 5'7", so he's got his dad's height. And he weighed. I'm just saying, like father, like son. And he was 188 pounds.
So it's overweight, but it's not like
under 200 pounds of 5'7", so he had a bit of a gut on him, sure.
Yeah, but he's not like crazy obese where you die in your 30s. Like there's my 600-pound life people are in their 30s. Right. Those people are like on death's door, but it's like, Sage was probably maybe on track for a heart attack at 50 something, not 30 something. So to me, you probably sped things along.
Sure. 100%. I guess the moral of the story is that we all feel somewhat similar. If I'm, wrapping up this question, great message. But just as we were talking, each of us kind of brought up just top of our heads, other scenes in the Rocky universe that were epic. I mean, even in Rocky 1, like in just the first movie, there's like 7.
I can't beat him.
Him with
what
Adrian,
are we gonna do? Yeah,
the Mickey scene. The stairs. So I just feel like there's so many really, really good ones. And I mean, I guess that's props to the Rocky movie series that there are so many memorable scenes.
Rocky's more like the managed, not the manager. It's like he's the one getting the talking to. He's not the one giving the talking tos.
I love it.
So here we go. Just so you know, there are some. Sage was selling hydrocodone. What's that? Vicodin?
Hydrocodone. Yeah, hydrocodone.
So it's a generic Vicodin. So he was selling that before his death.
Selling it or using it?
Probably
selling. Well,
so he's a drug dealer. Holy shit.
He was described as pudgy. Over 60 large empty prescription bottles capable of holding 30,000 pills total were found. Several baggies of white powder. No actual hydrocodone tablets found, though. Body surrounded by cigarette butts, beer cans. He's possibly deceased for days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Of course, Sylvester Stallone denied reports of filth and decomposition, pleading for privacy and respect for his son's memory. No, it's not his son's memory. It's for his image. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Well, and I wonder sometimes you see it like you see this sometimes when a parent is, I mean, focused on their image. You could say vain, whatever the case is. They really take care of their body. You know,
I know.
that's their image. You're attractive. You have this perfect body, and then they go on to have kids who aren't and don't really care like that.
So it was a heart.
Has
It was
to-
a. Oh, sorry. It was a heart attack caused by. I can't pronounce these words. Atherosclerotic coronary artery disease, severe blockage of the arteries from plaque buildup. He was a
Yeah.
heavy smoker.
ate shit.
Yeah. So there was no overdose, no evidence of illegal drug abuse at the site. So it was from heavy smoking with acceleration of heart disease. So bad living at the very least. But there were large empty bottles that remain unexplained in public records. But they did.
You know what?
Those bottles did not factor. So basically, no drugs in his system, but he had a setup to sell drugs in his house. So take that for what it is.
Mhm.
I'm going to defend Sly a little bit here. I
Sure.
don't think I think as a parent, you don't want your son or daughter in a vulnerable moment like that, basically dying surrounded by filth or whatever out there. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
don't want it. You don't
I
want
think
it.
it's a little bit more than just your own self-image. Like, I'm not saying that's not a part of it, but
I was
think
being
it's like,
glib. I was being a little bit
Okay.
glib. I apologize. But
like, for
I-
instance, I've known of someone, for example, who how should I say this? They died and it was called a suicide.
Mm,
But what really happened is they were choking themselves for like sexual reasons.
Mhm.
were they choking the wrong chicken?
Yeah, basically they were asphyxiating themselves, like taking care of business, and they died that way.
Isn't
And
that
like,
how Keith Carradine died?
Yeah,
probably.
and the lead singer of In Excess.
Or
And it's like,
maybe it's not Keith. I get all the Carradines.
No, you're right,
mixed up.
David Carradine.
but that
Whichever
was
one.
not publicly. That was
David.
not disseminated publicly. Like you want that person to have a little bit of dignity. Like,
I
imagine finding
know-
them like that. You know what I mean?
I know
like,
you're saying. I know
Well,
you're like.
no, it's true.
He hung himself. He's suffocated by.
he was jerking off. Well, so choking himself, right? You don't want to like put that out there, right? Like,
You're right. You're right. I'm being a little bit glib.
You don't
but
want to. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, and this is me being like objectively, like, thankfully I haven't experienced this, and I get it as a parent if that happened to one of my kids, of course. But it's one of those weird things where I would say the public, it's just public record. Like, you can't, just because he's Stallone. I hate to say it, whether you're Stallone or Mrs. Jones, like, it's my understanding, it's public record. It is what it is. You don't have to agree with it. I'm just saying it's public.
Well,
No.
this is the thing, though. If it's just John Doe, yeah, that's public record. If you're a rich person with power, you can hide some facts from coming out. Like
You can try, but it all came out regardless.
No, it didn't. Clearly, we're saying like
Oh,
it was perhaps cleansed a little bit.
it might.
yeah, and you probably, as a rich person, you have a sense of entitlement that your business shouldn't be out there, or like other people's would be, or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and I would feel the same way. I mean, I again, yeah, like I wouldn't want that to come out about my son either. So I would probably, if I had means, would probably try and prevent some facts from coming out.
Either way, it sucks. It was at the end of the day, it was heart disease, unhealthy living, smoking, bad diet, and he was dealing drugs before, Vicodin before his death as well. So he just kind of lived in this world of like, So how did he get there? I don't know.
I was just gonna say.
I know. I had it. Like, my kids aren't doing this. I'm not a perfect parent either, but my kids aren't dealing Vicodin. I don't know.
When Donald says that Sage and Sly allegedly had issues over this film.
Yeah, I don't know what those issues were. I wonder.
Well, that maybe the speech, or maybe he was mad about not being cast.
But he came to the premiere, mind you.
Yeah.
He did come to the premiere.
Yeah, you have to show up to that shit. He probably like begrudgingly came. I guess he didn't have to go, but yeah, I think it's like you kind of just have to do that to a degree. And you also wonder, like, I wonder how much he still lived off Sly.
100%.
Yeah, so it's like, I think if you're still on Dad's payroll, you got to show up to the premiere. You know what I mean? There's like a certain minimum things you got to do before Dad turns the taps off.
So here's some stuff here. Sage revealed in '96, so 10 years previous to this film, but after Rocky V, that when his character yelled at Rocky for not spending time with him and his mother, it wasn't all acting, said Sage. I was looking into my father's face and really saying that.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, like I tend to agree with you, Ryan, that like this scene here is based on either something that was said or something Sly wants to say. Like I'll sometimes couch it and like this probably was like this because it's my nature to like not say something definite like that. But if I had to put money on it, I would bet on that for sure.
Interesting. This is all very fascinating. But they also said that when they worked together on the movie Daylight in '96, so I guess he's probably being interviewed.
Oh, I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, they were together in Daylight. That after Rocky V was filmed, everything did change, and they would do anything for each other apparently. So there was a healing moment, anyways, with father and son by the time Daylight came out in '96.
Again,
ebb and flow,
autobiographical
right?
with the Rocky movies
Yeah.
because we were like, what happened between Rocky V and then Rocky Balboa and then they're estranged again for Creed? It's like the same. It's so paralleled with his actual life.
Okay, I'm just asking the question right now. I mean, this is around the topic. I've never really like. Here we go. I just asked, why wasn't Sage in Rocky Balboa? Now, this is just the AI overview that Google gives you, but the answer is primarily because he was busy directing his own short film Vic, but also due to Sylvester Stallone's decision to recast Rocky Jr. with Milo for a fresh dynamic and to avoid real life father-son comparison, creating a more distant son relationship for the story.
Oh, the Vic thing. That's what I didn't know what Donald was saying. He referenced the film Vic, and I didn't know what that was. So
scheduling conflict.
Like
so there was a scheduling conflict. Slade was focused on his directorial debut, which won an award at the Boston Film Festival, making him unavailable at the time. Sylvester felt a younger actor would better portray Rocky Jr.'s alienation, distance from his father, which was crucial for the story's emotional arc. And lastly, Cassie Ventimiglia allowed for a new, more strained father-son dynamic when Rocky Jr. being more strange and less involved in this. So while Sage wanted to be in it, logistical issues and Sylvester Stallone's creative vision for Rocky Jr. character led to casting. So it wasn't so much. Yeah, we maybe read too much into it. It sounds like Sage wanted to be in it. So according to
well, I wouldn't buy too much into the AI overview on Google.
Well, no, it has the sources. Katie, I understand, but I can click on every link that it gives me. It does have the sources.
Yeah,
but again, like
I don't know.
You say things. If somebody asks me, why are you looking for a new job? I don't say what the reason is.
Yeah, it's kind of like
I hate these assholes.
There's a scene from Good Will Hunting where one of the guys is like, he got fired from his janitorial job. And he's like, who gets fired for pushing a fucking broom? And he's like, hey, I didn't get fired. Management was restructuring. And then the other guy says, management was restructuring what they tell you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, restructuring the amount of retards they got working for them.
Okay.
They all have PR agents and stuff.
This is good. And before people add us in the comments. So I did go to a better site. You're right. I just went to the quick site. I apologize. Don't get mad at me.
I'm just saying the sources are probably the best version.
This might be a better one. This is from the Total Rocky site, which is obviously a very they do all things Rocky. It's a great site. Yeah. So according to an early report from the Can magazine, the real story wasn't about acting chops or availability. It was personal. So here's their take on it. So back in 2005, Whistler's Out of Hollywood suggested Sage was blindsided. There you go. Take this side of the story. He allegedly never got a call about the film. Even more, he and his father weren't speaking at the time. The tension, reportedly, stemmed from a short film Sage had directed called Vic. The story centered around an aging actor, something Sylvester Stallone may have taken as a dig at his own career. Oh, so the movie Vic was about an aging actor. Here's how the original quote put it. Quote, a few weeks had gone by since the green light of Rocky VI and still no word from his dad, so he decided to call himself. So Sage called Sly. After 1 week of Sly's answering service telling him his father wasn't home, he finally gave up. Oh, this is from, I felt this, I see, this is from Sage himself. I really felt like crap when he told me this, and worse, how it all ended. It was Sage's mother, Sasha, who ultimately gave him the bad news instead of a phone call from Sly.
Sorry, who's saying this? Like, who did Sage say this to? Like, I'm a little sus on this.
You're allowed to be sus. I'm putting this out there for people to investigate. Maybe people.
I think
like
this tracks more than the whitewashed version that the PR agents tell some news source.
And then the other stuff is what we. Well, I understand because if it's scandalous or if it's dramatic, we might want to be like, oh, it can't be true. But I kind of agree with you, Katie. It sort of sounds more true. Milo was cast, and this is what we have heard from the same source. Milo was cast because it reminded him of, Sly says it reminded him of a younger version of himself, right down to the crooked mouth. And honestly, Milo delivered. his version of Robert Jr. felt disconnected, even bitter, which actually worked well for the story. It showed how far Rocky had drifted from his son and how much they both had to fix it. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. Let us know in the comments, or yeah. I don't know where...
You know what this reminds me of when I heard that part about him directing a movie on an aging actor. This kind of reminds me about how when like rappers have like diss tracks, like make you rap. You know what I mean?
Hit him up.
The one guy will say something in his song about another guy, and then that guy will make his song, and it's like Sly and Sage are making movies
about each other,
talking each other.
Additionally, isn't it again so autobiographical? Because in the movies we keep commenting like, why doesn't Rocky tell people of these big decisions? He doesn't tell Robert that he's entered this fight. He doesn't tell Adrian he's going to Russia. Like they find out from some other source.
So at the very least, I think we all can agree. Don't think they probably, like Kyle and I are both parents. I suspect we would probably have better conversations with our kids at this age. Like I have a 27-year-old son right now, for example. That's my oldest. I can't imagine not returning this call. I couldn't even fathom not talking to him directly. Hey, son, I'm doing the 6th Rocky film. I know you were in the 5th one with me. We had a great time. We're going towards something a little bit less personal. I don't want the public to be like, you cool with that? Good luck on your filming of Vic. Sounds like a great film. Whatever the conversation. The fact that they just couldn't talk. The fact that father and son couldn't connect is so weird. Maybe I'm
a parent, Ryan.
I guess
you had a good parent. It's just like that's all you know. That's not me shitting on my parents, by the way, listeners. I like my parents, but it's like, yeah, there are people who don't talk to their parents. There are people who have real shit relationships with their parents.
So. Well, I know that exists. I'm not naive. I haven't lived in you ever seen what's that Netflix show, the Kimberly Schmidt or whatever? Like I haven't lived underground my whole life. Like I know people don't have a good relationship with their parents. I guess I'm just always baffled. I guess because I empathize with the situation. I guess I feel bad for Sage that he couldn't just talk to his dad. It just sucks. It's a weird concept to me.
Neither you nor your son did anything so out there that it would cause a big rift.
No, I'm not popular. That's for sure. I haven't created anything, but
you know what I mean. Like
I'm an average worker in the average world, and you're right. You're right about that. Like I'm just a guy out there, working, and But that being said,
you're just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
That's right. But I like this part. I knew this was going to elicit a lot of conversation, which is good. This is the big scene. This is the most autobiographical, I think, of the movie to a certain degree, at least with the father-son. I feel like to some degree, if this conversation never happened to Sage, this is Sly talking to Sage.
Yeah.
Via the film.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just finish this last little moment when he shoulder bumps Milo. Go see your mom. Body check. I think that's the favorite.
I'm always going to love you no matter what. No matter what happens.
Which I believe. Sly believes that.
You're my son. You're my blood. You're the best thing in my life.
Until my daughters came along.
But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't going to have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
No, he just misses the shoulder check. But if Milo didn't move, he would have got shoulder check.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a weird move, but whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why it always bothered me. He walks through his son a little bit. His son has to move out of the way, or else he's gonna get hit. Anyways, go visit your mother.
The music.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, that's a big moment in the movie. A lot of great discussion. Of course, it's all for speculative nature. I don't want anyone to get mad at us or whatever about their own personal relationship. But I mean, who knows? Maybe they had a great relationship. I don't know. Maybe they talked every day. I don't know.
Well, have you thought of asking Sage?
Yeah. Well, I think him and Burt Young are. I guarantee you, him and Burt Young have stories with each other right now about their time.
Well, I don't know what your beliefs are necessarily, but we could have a special episode where we, maybe get a medium
seance?
on. We have a seance of some sort. We have a fourth person on here.
I interviewed a seance person on the Going the Distance podcast. Do you remember that?
I do. She was one of the dancers, right?
She was one of the dancers that danced next to Frank Stallone in the hotel lobby of Rocky III.
Okay.
Her name was Oh shoot, I would recognize it in the lineup. I apologize to this lovely woman. She was great. It just almost came to me. Anyways, the point is, she became a seance person. That's what she does. She has a YouTube channel and everything, and really lovely woman. She was the no, sorry, we're thinking of the wrong person. She was
Oh, really? Okay.
she was the doctor. She was the nurse that brought the baby, not the baby out, but she was the one that told the news to Polly. And that's right. She was.
Oh, why did I think she was one of the dancers?
You're right. It's funny that you did that, but my brain went there too. No, she was the woman that came out to talk to Polly, and Rocky says your wife fell into a coma.
Oh, her. Okay, not that other nurse. It's like now.
No, not
now?
that. No,
Fuck,
no.
I hated her.
And I hate that because she almost has her whole scene done with the back of her head because they're showing. But anyway, she started with a couple of things. She was in the show Mummy Dearest. That was one of her biggest roles. And then she also starred with Burt Young in Amityville, the Amityville Horror Show Part 2. She was with Burt Young.
Oh, really?
Husband and wife. Yeah, she was husband and wife with Burt Young later in 83 or something. So anyways, she was lovely. She was great. Oh, something Hughes, Pauline or something.
Honestly, I don't think this would fly with the audience, but it would be hilarious if we.
Oh, and I say all that because she talks to dead people. She talks.
But if we had a special episode where we interviewed Burt Young and Sage, had like a medium come on and do it, I'm fucked up, so I would find that funny. But I think some people would find that like not funny. So
the movie is called Amityville 2: The Possession. And it starred Burt Young. Yeah, that's right. Rutanya Elda. That was her name.
Say it, Rotunda or Tanya?
So Tanya, but Rutanya Elda. Like Alan Elda. Or so Rutanya.
Yeah, I was going to say, is she related to Alan Elda? But probably not.
She's still alive. She's 83 now. So when I interviewed her, she was probably 77.
Yeah, so she'd be like in her 30s when that film came out.
Yeah, she was... she was in Mummy Dearest. That's right. She played one of the main characters in Mummy Dearest, which was the famous film about
what was her name?
Crazy.
I can picture her. The Joan Crawford. Was that?
That's right. That's right. Joan Crawford, and that's right. And she played by Faye Dunaway at the time. So she was in that movie. That was a big movie at the time. But yeah, she made it. Oh, she was actually her last film was in 2025. Wow, look at her still working.
Very nice.
All right. So, anyways, thanks everyone who watched this episode. Big scene, big discussions. Oh, so yeah, Donald does want to bring her back. That would be good. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, so go check out her YouTube channel. She talks to. No, I'm getting two people mixed up. Katie, thank you. Whoop. Rutanya Elda is not a medium. I did interview her. Sorry, guys.
I was thinking you interviewed both of them, but it was the dancer that was the
You're absolutely right.
one.
It's funny how my brain. It's been so long. I mean, those were years ago. That's right. So I did interview the dancer to Frank Stallone's dancer, and she is the medium. Now I'm gonna have to do a whole other search. We'll say that for the next episode. Check out my interviews with those ones. Anyways. All right, guys. Thank you so much. However, Katie, this episode is over.
I didn't hear no bell.
I just want to say